Hi guys, a guy named Ammon Bogle, who seems to have a regular slot on GB News, was talking absolute tripe when it came to Kemi Badenoch, Keir Starmer and of course Nigel Farage. Now this comes at a time when Reform are overshadowing the Conservatives, and according to recent polling, a growing number of voters are shockingly identifying Nigel Farage as the leader of the opposition, when the Conservatives have many more seats and even the Liberal Democrats are way ahead of Reform. Have a listen to this.
Go back to you guys now. Aman, shall we start with you? We've been talking a lot about the Labour Party, Keir Starmer. Let's talk about the Conservative Party. Kemi Badenoch there. I think she looks superimposed onto that background. I could be wrong, but nevertheless, she's putting on a defiant face at Christmas. I want to ask you a very straightforward question. Did the Conservative Party pick the wrong leader in Kemi Badenoch?
Look, I think, Martin, I respect Kemi for putting herself up and forward for this leadership. Because it has been tough times for the Conservative Party, and good luck to her for what she's hoping to try and achieve. But having said that, she only became an MP in 2017. I think she's not simply got the experience within Westminster and in politics to be leading the Conservatives back into the role to take on this failing Labour Party.
Okay, I don't think Kemi Badenoch's main problem is her lack of experience. The problem she has is that the public are completely off the idea of the Conservatives getting back into power. See, the public kicked them out at the recent general election because they were tired of 14 years of mismanagement. They were tired of the lies, they were tired of the corruption, they were tired of people like Liz Truss making their mortgages more expensive. So while Kemi Badenoch, yes, doesn't have a lot of experience, that's not her biggest problem. Her biggest problem is the memory the public have of 14 years of Tory rule.
Let's be honest, they got, Starmer, for his sandcastle majority, got less votes than Corbyn did in 19. His polling is down in the dumps. He's cancelled democracy with the cancelling of the local elections coming up in May.
Sorry, what? He's cancelled democracy with the upcoming election. So are the elections taking place or not? Because if he's cancelled democracy, then there are no elections. But then how can you say with the upcoming elections in May? Okay, we're off to a good start, aren't we?
Because he knows that Reform are hoovering up not just Conservative votes, but a lot of the Labour votes.
Who do you think should have got the position? Because a lot of people are saying that if Robert Jenrick had got the position, that may have neutralised the rise of Reform, a more reformy type character. Is it as simple as that? Is it as straightforward as that?
I think it's a mix of things, Martin. I would argue that, most people around Britain are looking for the Conservatives to be conservative and the Labour Party to offer an actual Labour alternative.
So no, the public want public services to be rebuilt. The public want the cost of living to come down. The public don't care about the Conservatives or they don't care about the Labour Party. They care about public services. They care about the NHS. They care about the cost of living. Like, what planet is this guy living on? He honestly thinks that the public care about the Conservative Party and what the Conservative Party believe in. No, they actually care about a political party that's actually going to do something for ordinary people.
And to be genuine. And that's where Reform are coming in, with someone like Nigel Farage filling in that gap in the market of being genuine, being authentic.
Nigel Farage is genuine. Nigel Farage is authentic. In what way is Nigel Farage authentic? People believe that he's authentic. Yes, I accept that. A lot of people, unfortunately, too many people think that Nigel Farage is actually authentic, but he's a charlatan. He's convinced people to vote against their own interests. He's lied about a whole range of things. Nigel Farage is not authentic. He's the opposite. Once again, a lot of people think he is, unfortunately, but he's not.
He's promising what he's saying and he's saying what he's promising. He means what he says and says what he means. It's quite simple. So if Robert Jenrick had come in, I think even now Jenrick is trying to say a lot of the things that the people care about and it's having some traction. He's got his new show on GB News covering crime that is afflicting our streets.
Nigel Farage would say it, wouldn't he? But he says that nobody trusts the Conservatives anymore, particularly after over 1 million came in, net immigration consistently. Yes. Is that fair to say, or is there a way back for the Conservatives?
I think it's a very fair thing to say. And I would argue, Martin, having been on the inside of the Conservative Party machine, that all roads lead to the Conservative Candidates Department. For 14 years, well, for more than 14 years, we've had the A-list imposed in local associations. We've had people parachuted in who have no idea. And it's the same thing, by the way, on the other side with Labour. You know, people...
It's not about candidates being pushed into constituencies. It's about the policies. It's about what are you going to do for ordinary people? See, at the moment, Reform UK are probably going to benefit from the fact that Labour are not doing very well at the moment. They're saying we're the alternative. And of course, they're being amplified by the media. Not just the likes of GB News, which is pro-reform, but the BBC, ITV, Channel 4, other media outlets are amplifying disproportionately Reform UK. So in the public's eyes, Nigel Farage is the leader of the opposition. He's the one speaking out against the Labour government. The Conservatives are all over the place. The Liberal Democrats hardly ever get mentioned. The Greens, who are they? The SNP in Scotland, but that's a different situation. But no one's talking about the other parties. The focus is on Nigel Farage and reform. And of course, if that's the focus of the media, that's what the public are going to take from that. Oh, that Nigel Farage is the leader of the opposition. Not the official one, but he's the one who's always criticising Keir Starmer. He's the one standing up to the Labour government. Can't really do it in the House of Commons, but Farage has a huge platform both on GB News, but also in the general media, in the mainstream media. So, of course, he's going to be able to use that to his advantage. And Farage has curated this persona of, I'm a man of the people. I'm just the guy down the pub that you'd like to have a beer with. I'm a regular Joe. And there's very little pushback against that. So of course he's going to be successful. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.